Hey everyone, and welcome back to another episode of Empyrion Galactic Survival. I'm your host, Mr. Spicy, and as you can see, dawn is breaking. We're about to have a nice little adventure today. So what I've been doing since the last episode is I managed to finally get my hovercraft fixed and working. I'll take you down there, kind of give a quick look at it. I had to redesign it a bit, and I found out one of the problems I was having was the arrangement of the components themselves, actually. You have to put in a certain way, so it's not like you just assemble them and it works. You actually have to put them in a certain orientation and so forth. So you can see I've got extra thrusters. I went ahead and put more because of more thrusters or even bigger thrusters lets you move faster in different directions. I've got some things rearranged. I also added and unlocked the a turret for it. Now, one reason I did that is when I got this working, I took it on a nice little test run, and I took it out this way towards this magnesium deposit, and then decided to go a little bit further and picked up a deposit of silicon ore, and then it picked up another one, and I picked up a village, which I have not been to yet, but I'm assuming it's one of the Talon Guardian villages, and I picked up this large residential complex. Now, while I was here harvesting, I got attacked by 4 rocket drones that apparently there's more flying around this complex and through this whole little ridge here, but they picked me up on their, I guess, their scanners and came and attacked me. So I didn't have a problem killing them because they came one at a time. I destroyed them and managed to salvage a lot of parts from the wreckage. So that has helped a lot as far as the electrical, components and such. Also getting the silicon helped a lot because I was actually out of silicon from everything I've been building. So I really needed that. So I've actually been doing pretty well with that. And then thanks to being attacked like that, I went ahead and did the turret here. And then I've been attacked again from that direction by 3 drones now that, of course, the turret on my base took care of. And I was able to get resources from them. But one thing I wanted to have the turret on here because obviously I could take care of myself and defend against the drones once I know I'm being attacked. But there's a trick that apparently some of these NPC structures like the Excavation Site will have either an enemy core present or no core at all. But one quick way to tell that you have an enemy core present is to have a turret automatically set, with you on like your hovercraft that is set to automatic defense so that it will look for that enemy core and automatically target it once you get in range. So if you can find the enemy core, you can actually destroy it and put your own core in that place, and that ends up letting you take over the base. So what I'm hoping to do today is I'm hoping to take off with the hovercraft, and we're going to go I don't think it's going to go over the mountain ridges too well. I think they might be a little steep, so we're going to have to skirt around through this way and kind of come up through here and get to it. But I want to go to the excavation site and see if I can find an enemy core and remove it. And if there is no enemy core, put my own core in place and claim the excavation site as my own base because it looks so much better. And, I mean, if you look at the map, I'm right here close to, there's cobalt. There's more cobalt, there's copper, there's iron, more cobalt. I've got several resources around there. Plus, I'm not far from the Titan part. And it actually puts me in a pretty good position where I could come along here and hit the village and do things like that. So it's a pretty good location, and I think I'll be able to do a lot better if I can take it over as a base and kind of use it and build onto it. Because now that I've got the hovercraft done, the next step is to get a small vessel, which is actually the one I thought the hovercraft would do, is be able to fly all over the place. And that's what will let me get off planet and up to a capital ship up in space. So today, that's what we're going to do. We're going to take off from here using the new hover vessel and go all the way up this way to the excavation site. So let's get going. Now, you got to get in, and one thing I was having problems with, I've seen some people do videos where once they get in, it automatically powers itself on, but apparently you have to actually hit Y now to power on, and then you can change your viewpoint to see outside, which I find much easier to drive that way and get around. And as you can see, I'm going pretty fast. Originally, when I built it, I was kind of angling up like this because I put all the hover jets in the front, which is what I saw somebody suggest doing. And my gun just took care of that plant monster. Okay, so that's definitely working pretty well. Let's keep shooting everything. And I'm not getting shot at yet, but I see one right there. There's a drone. There's a bat dude crawler is what he's called. Oh, it's a Talon village, yeah. So they are. So they just got like is that like just a creature that spawned in this area? And for some reason it spawned where it's inside the village instead of outside? Or did it spawn in the village because it's like a pet? Or is it a some kind of like animal they ride? Well, that's new. I haven't seen a spider here before. I'll take the meat, though. I'm probably not going to use it up beforehand. Alright, either there is a creature there or I've got an enemy core there. So I ran through a lot of bullets really quickly. Let's just do this. Let's try this. I've got a few bullets left. It's just firing at the... Yeah, it's just firing at the power generators. That's all it's doing. It's not even sitting there trying to fire at like a core specifically. Okay. Well, if I can connect... Or at least I can say connect to. Is it like the whole area is protected? And I can't build anywhere in this area? I mean, this is pretty much what I did before. Connect is not available. There's all those raptors. You know, I was so excited to get this done. I even brought a sentry gun to set up once I got control of it. I was going to go ahead and set up my sentry gun, along with make sure all these fuel tanks were full. And I went ahead, I've got a large constructor ready to go, so I can, you know, instead of replacing the one at the other base, just put this one up here. And I don't have any of the stuff for a power cell right here since I can't take this over. And it's getting late now, and this is frustrating. I'm going to have to go get back and get some more supplies, it looks like. Okay, so I've resupplied. The turret is turned off right now, I believe. Yep. And what I want to do now is we're going to head back over this way. But I will have to do some more digging, mess with that, make sure I can get that excavation site, because I don't want to sit here for the next hour trying to find it, especially in the dark. So what I'm going to do instead is we are going to go over here with a fully reloaded Gatling turret that has 1,000 bullets in it right now, or, you know, in the ammo box, ready to go. We're going to head over here, and I'm going to try and entice some of those rocket drones and such to come out to play with me, because I could use more of their resources. And oh yeah, look at this. You know, this may actually be a much better option here. Instead is to take over this, because it's already got all the landing pads and everything, and it's a lot closer to my existing base. And I'm already here anyway. And I may be about to shoot down the last drone. Which, if that's the case, then I am free and clear to take this place over without being attacked constantly. At least till I can get my own defense up. Which, of course, if I'm able to take it over, I've already got stuff for the defense. All I need to do is make sure I have power. And there's O2. There's a generator. I've got battery packs for power. Let me get my better flashlight out. Kind of hard to see in the dark. There's like very little lighting in the place. Wrong faction or no core presence. That's the same thing that happens at the excavation site. And I should be able to then put a core in here, ideally, or find the core and remove it and take over the place. And I like this. I kind of like, you know, I got a bed. I'm upstairs. I'm not in one little cramped apartment like at the excavation site. I definitely like this place better. Oh, you actually managed to hit me. He actually hit close enough to me. Oh, drones are on their way to destroy my base. I know that my base is going to be safe. It's going to be protected. But that doesn't mean I don't want to be there and get the stuff from the drones when they get destroyed. And it looks like, okay, that's not one of the drones going for my base, so obviously my base is being attacked from the other direction like normal, so I think it's time we head back there and defend it, in that I sit there and let my cannon do all the work, and I just go collect the drops from the guys. So let's get back there so I can get all those supplies. Okay, we're back at the base. I'm going to go ahead and dump in all these extra components that I got, so they're out of the way. And now I can dump some of these bullets along with the 2 sniper rifles, the extra drill. Actually, I need to go ahead and take the drill and replace my drill. And I have 2 chainsaws. I don't need the chainsaw. Alright, so I've got my better drill now. And I still got the plain chainsaw, which I haven't really used the chainsaw in a while. So I guess I'll just keep it for now as a as the situation calls for a top tool. And there we go. There's 1, 2, 3 drones that I'm seeing. They're not even showing up on the map yet. There's 1. And there's all 3. So another nice chunk of supplies from the drones that I didn't even have to do anything to kill. They just got shot down by my base turret. And I should still have plenty of ammo in that base turret. So I should be good for a while to leave it alone. I mean, I could have technically just left the turret to do its thing and take care of the base. But I would have missed out on gathering those supplies, because I know, you know, previously I had that one instance where I had the 2 drones, or I think maybe been 3 drones that got shot down, and I saw them get shot down. And before I could get there, something happened and the game despawned the wreckage, and I didn't get any of the resources from it. And that was a big bummer because, you know, getting like reactor core, capacitor device, things like that, I don't have to use all those resources I'd have to otherwise go and mine to create them. And that gives me tons of stuff to use for, you know, my build projects, which is a great thing right now. You know, I've unlocked a few other blueprints, and I do still have quite a few points. I'm trying to get stuff unlocked now for the capital vessel, which actually let me get that unlocked, because I know capital vessel is space oriented. You have to be up in space. You use the small vessel to get down, from what I've been reading. So I have to have that just so I can get, you know, oxygen while I'm in space, because I'm constantly going to have oxygen up there. I've got most of the stuff done for the, you know, small vessel, except for the O2 station, passenger seat, which I'm not worried about because I'm not going to have anybody else playing with me right now. You know, other stuff is just upgrades. I do have a Gatling gun unlocked for it. Don't have a turret unlocked for it yet, which it doesn't seem to have a turret specifically for it. So hopefully I could just use the existing turrets I have. But, you know, I've got quite a few things unlocked. I'm still not seeing a lot of other stuff. And one thing I'm trying to find out how to get it to do it is I want the automatic mining device. That I could just apparently take and set in one place, give it power, and it will mine and collect resources. Because if I can get that, I can go and set up shop either up here and let it collect all that silicon for me, or, you know, be like, okay, well, you know, even if I set up at the residential complex, it's just right down there. I could actually leave the hover vessel down at the edge here, just fly down real quick and take that, go right across the water there to the excavation site area and get all those resources. Just drop it off in one spot, like the copper deposit. Just leave it there, let it collect all that copper, and give me plenty of resources to use. But I don't have a way to build it. I've got auto miner cores for building, and as far as I can read here, it's supposed to be used to build an auto miner. I just don't have a way to build it, and I can't seem to find anybody that says, here's how you get access to that. Everybody else just kind of shows it being put to use, and that's kind of frustrating, what little resources I can actually find on the game other than just forum posts. But I think that's going to be it for today. So, you know, we went and looked at the new outpost, the, you know, residential complex that's got 2 nice landing pads. Apparently, it's a large residential complex, but it's not large in that there's a lot of people living there. It's large in that it's big, and apparently it's a luxury complex. We went to the excavation site and couldn't find the core, even though we destroyed part of the blocks there with our turret. And I'm kind of, you know, glad I didn't waste that core there, because now I want to just take over the residential complex with its landing pads, because I could just, you know, build me a small vessel right there and have a landing pad. Don't even have to worry about building one for it. So I'm going to do some research on that, and hopefully next episode we'll be taking over the residential complex and securing it against the future drone attacks, so that I can actually use it as my base and start moving all my supplies there, get the constructors set up, take advantage of all the extra grow plots there, and get more plants growing for our food processing, and do some cleanup, rearranging for it. And, you know, if not that, then maybe the excavation site is where we'll take over. But hopefully that's what's going to happen next episode. Like I said, I got to do some research. I'm going to do some more preparations beforehand, but I can find out definitely how to take one of those places over. That's what we're going to do in the next episode. I want a new base, a nicer looking base that I don't have to waste all my resources on, or at least figure out how I could take over one of those and break it down for resources and build me a new base here that looks a lot better. But I hope you enjoyed the video. thanks for watching. Make sure you hit that like button if you enjoyed the video. Check out the rest of the playlist so you can see everything that's gotten done so far. Check out my other game playlist. I'm posting 5 days a week right now, so there's plenty of content already there and coming in the future for this. Make sure you hit subscribe so you can keep up with everything I'm doing. And as always, thanks for watching. I'll see you guys next time.